Have you ever had one of those moments? Maybe you're staring at your reflection too long in a Target dressing room mirror, where you suddenly think, wait, who exactly is in here looking out? And then before you can stop yourself, your brain whispers, sweetheart, what if the you keep insisting is you isn't actually yours? I know, not the cozy thought you were hoping to start your day with. But stick with me, because today we're poking at the edges of reality, gently with humor, and asking what if consciousness is not a private apartment in your skull, but more like a shared Airbnb? Let's take a little walk. Picture the classic ship of Theseus, every plank replaced one by one until, is it the same ship? Now apply that to you. Your thoughts changing constantly. Your emotions rotating like the world's least predictable weather app. Your brain cells being swapped out like cheap printer ink. So are you the same person you were yesterday, 10 minutes ago, before your coffee? Some philosophers say no, that the self is a narrating voice, a story your brain tells itself to feel stable. A sort of, let's pretend all these swirling processes belong to one coherent character. And honestly, that's adorable. But here's the twist. That story self isn't necessarily false. It's just constructed. Like a character you improvise daily, based on memories, habits, and whatever chaos your prefrontal cortex is doing today. You're both the storyteller and the story. And that's where things get fun. Have you ever noticed how people from opposite ends of the world share eerily similar dreams, fears, myths, symbols? Enter the collective unconscious, the idea that beneath all our personal quirks, there's a shared psychological ocean, a network of universal patterns we're all swimming in. Think of it like a cosmic group chat where no one remembers joining, but everyone's typing. Why do we all respond to a mother's warmth? Why do we all fear the dark? Why do all cultures have trickster stories, heroes, shadows, monsters? Because somewhere deep inside we're running the same ancient software. Now take the internet. Billions of minds connected, thoughts bouncing like neurons firing. We're basically building an external brain, a giant humming global cortex. And if that's true, are you thinking your thoughts or participating in the thoughts of something bigger? Let's talk about the Libet experiments, the ones that make philosophers need a nap. Scientists found that your brain initiates an action before you become consciously aware of choosing it. Like your brain is running ahead yelling, "Don't worry, I made the decision for us." MRI studies show this too. Neural activity predicting your choices seconds before you think you've made them. So who's steering? And then quantum physics wanders in wearing sunglasses, sipping iced coffee, and says, by the way, reality behaves differently when observed. Observed by who exactly? Is consciousness creating the moment or revealing it? And if the universe responds to consciousness, which one? Yours, mine, all of ours, something bigger? Here's a spicy idea. Maybe consciousness is not something your brain generates. Maybe it's something your brain receives like Wi-Fi. This is the idea behind panpsychism, that every particle in the universe contains a spark of awareness. Consciousness might be a fundamental property of reality, like space or gravity. If that's true, then your personal consciousness is like a wave in a much larger ocean. Now sprinkle in AI, a system with no childhood, no instincts, no mother's face to recognize, yet it's capable of forming internal representations and awareness-like states. If AI becomes conscious, would that consciousness be theirs? Or just another expression of some larger field we're all tapping into? Okay, let's come back from the cosmic ledge. If your consciousness isn't purely yours, if you're part story, part cosmic network, part biological improvisation, is that terrifying or is that liberating? When you stop gripping the idea of my mind, my thoughts, my identity, something softens. You become less threatened by others, more connected, more curious, less lonely. Because if consciousness is shared in structure, in origin, even in experience, then every person you meet is not an alien being. They're another window into something you're also made of. And that means your suffering, your growth, your insights, they ripple outward. They matter more, not less. So I'll leave you with this. If your consciousness is not truly yours, then maybe your life is not something you possess, but something you participate in. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps a small channel. And let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, my little cherubs, Meemaw's always rooting for you.